This is The Goode Show.
Welcome to this week's episode. My name's Surinder. I'm sitting here with Victor Santana, product specialist at Sedano Ford, and we're on location today down at the showroom. Victor, how are you?
Amazing. I'm just excited to be here with you.
Listen,
Great show.
I am really excited to have you on the podcast, especially since we have such a great partnership, and it's just good to get out this kind of information we're going to do today.
And it's amazing. We need it out there.
Yes. Now, I want to talk to you about the Ford Salute education program. I didn't know about this until I actually came in. So tell us, what is this program?
Well, you know what? It's all the Ford dealers and Ford Motor Company and all the advertising companies as well. They get together, and a portion of the sales, you know, that little bit, every car that's sold through San Diego County, a little portion of that goes to this program. And what they do is they put it all together, and they do $1,500 scholarships to 100 students. So it's $150,000 every year.
Now, I've just read that it started in 1990-something, and so far they've given out $5.3 million in scholarship.
29 years. This will be our 29th year.
Wow. Okay. The scholarship programs, who are they for?
They're for high school graduates.
Okay.
So, but the main thing, what we want to get through for next year, because this deadline's already, I think it's April 13th.
Okay. That's my birthday?
Oh, that's your birthday?
Yes.
That's right. Well, happy birthday, right? So, just to get the information out there so that the students can go to their counselor, you know, so they can call or they can log into FordSaluteToEducation.com. They have all the information there. But, you know, go ahead and apply because it's a free program. We're giving away 34 cars.
Really?
In 29 years. It's crazy. You get a brand new car. You get a high school graduate. You go over there to get, you drop in your ticket for your scholarship. They roll it around. They pick up this ticket.
Oh, my gosh.
And a lucky student, high school graduate, is going to get a free car. I mean,
you cannot beat that, really. I mean, that's amazing.
You know what Ford's done before also? This is amazing. This will blow you out. One time, they were so excited, you know, because it's over at the Airspace Museum in San Diego in Balboa Park. So it's a beautiful setting. So what happens is the grandparents are there, and the parents are there, and the kids are excited. They put little hors d'oeuvres there and everything.
I love that.
So it's a beautiful thing. It was just a great thing that's going on. So what happens is then they pull out they give this car out, and between all the dealers and Ford Motor Company representatives, they go like, you know what? This is so nice. Why don't we do another car?
Oh, I love that.
So they draw another one. And here's another student now. All the excitement's there with all the students, right? Like, who's going to get the next car? They go round and round again, and they pull it out, and here's another car. One time they gave out 3 cars. Only supposed to do 1. So can you imagine 3 high school graduates going to the dealership right the next day and pick up their brand new car, 0 cost. Thanks to this program that's made possible by Ford, by the companies, that do all the advertisement. And it's just a great program. I've volunteered for 29 years for this thing, and I love it. I'm looking forward to it every year.
You know, the great thing about this for military families, I mean, Sedano Ford was very generous in giving our Chief Petty Officer spouse event 4 brand new tires. And the gal that won that, she's active duty and she's a mom. It meant so much to her. So these kind of scholarships to get the word out amongst our military community, where having a brand new car for a kid, such a financial, and just from a safety perspective. I mean, we need to get this out to our military families. So how do folks get involved in this? How can people apply?
Well, all on the school, on the board, all they have to do is just apply. Where you apply for this, just go over there to the school, to your teachers. You go to your representatives, and say what kind of scholarship programs are out there. So, and one of the things is you can't have a 4-year scholarship already given to you. That's one of the things that you can't have.
Okay.
You gotta be a San Diego resident. You gotta be by an accredited high school, whether it be private or public. It doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing with the kids. The way they select these kids is with their involvement with the community.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not academic.
Yes.
You know, so you cannot be, the best academic, but you're involved with the community, you give out your time, you help out, you fill out the application, and there's a bunch of people that they call them a committee, selection committee, and that's made up by all professionals and people that are in the community, the dealership owners, the dealership principals, teachers, and this selection committee, they go through like 1,500 applications. It's amazing.
Wow.
So they dedicate their time, they read him, and they go like, look at this kid, single mom, military mom.
Yep.
He's trying to get ahead in life, Maybe not, the grades are not the best, but their community involvement is just amazing.
I love that because, again, like my own son, I know that he's maybe not an academic, but he'd be good in a trade, he's good with his hands. So I love the fact that your grades, the community perspective as well, really shows the character of the individual, shows, where they're willing to put their time. And I tell you, there are 1 million military kids that are now in San Diego that we're going to get this information out to. And they all inherently serve in some way, shape or form, being involved with the community. Now, do you know, just for shits and giggles, how many of these scholarships are given out? How many have come through Sedano?
Over time, it's been close to let me see, it's been $5.3 million, and it's going to be about 4,900. So it's close to 5,000 scholarships that have been given out.
That is crazy, Victor. And it blows my mind that I didn't know about this scholarship until I came in to pick up my car. And then as we were talking about it, and you mentioned it, again, $1,000 or $1,500 or whatever that scholarship is, that creates a great impact in our military community. So you guys have to log on to Ford, find out about the scholarship. Now, if you're purchasing Ford, Victor has been on these premises since 1982.
82. I started when I was 9 years old. I'm just kidding.
Victor, hey, listen, I would have gone with that. So you've obviously seen a lot of changes,
Owners, 3 different owners.
Yeah. I mean, and every time I come in here, it is warm. I am welcomed. And the thing I love about here, because I went to a couple of different places to look for a car, Victor. And the one thing I loved about coming in here is, quite honestly, there was really no bullshit. It was not salesman language, and everything was explained to me really clearly. The other thing that I found out, Victor, that I didn't know about Sedano is that if a military member has served, say, up 20 years, that they can come in and you work with them because they've served for 20 years.
Of course. They've earned it.
Yes. And this means so much to Manny because obviously a lot of you might not know this, but he's a very quiet, philanthropic individual. Previous Marine, veteran Marine, always giving back to our community. And it's people like Manny and places like Sedano Auto that really make it a little bit easier in our community. So we really appreciate that. So again, to get the scholarship, Victor, just reiterate one more time where they're going to go and what they need to fill out.
It's fordsalutetoeducation.com, or go to their teachers, or to wherever they get tutorials over there at the school, or come here, give me a call. I'll be glad to help out. Just give me a call over here, Victor Santana at Sedano Ford, And can I give out my number?
You can give out your number, and we're going to put Victor's number in
perfect.
the remarks as well, so you can connect directly
Sure.
with Victor.
Yeah, be glad to help him out, point him out, and give him, a little bit of an explanation personally.
Yeah.
121. It's 619-433-6139. And I'm here Monday through Friday. My wife won't let me work weekends anymore. Only because I've been in the business over 40 years. So
Now, you've been in the business over 40 years. Let's get a little bit of background on you.
Okay.
Okay, so you've always obviously been involved in cars. Where did your passion come from when it comes to vehicles?
Well, my dad used to be in the car business, down in Mexico by himself, but not, at a dealership like this. I actually started in 1982 in the parts department.
Okay.
So, I wanted to know the business from the inside out, from the guts. So, and I knew I was heading to this. I knew that, it wasn't the highest grade levels for a school. So, because I'm a born salesperson, because not really sales, I would say I'm a people's person.
Yes.
Because it's people dealing with people.
Yes.
Making sure that it's not a transactional experience,
Exactly.
It's got to be and that's what Sedano's all about. Not only here, but in he's got other dealerships.
Yes, yes.
So, and that's the thing, it makes us feel like we're working with family.
Yeah.
If you see his commercials, you see that it's military at the end, hurrah, and it's family. It's family.
Yeah. We actually went over to Sedano at Volkswagen and purchased my daughter's vehicle because she was looking just past a driving test.
South Bay or
Oh, no,
Kearny Mesa?
it was a Kearny
Because
Mesa.
you got South Bay as well.
And I did not realize that. I mean, he's got 5 locations. He's got Chevy, Lincoln, Ford, and 2 Volkswagen.
And 2 Volkswagen.
Yes.
Correct.
And I have to say, at the Volkswagen dealership, I mean, I'm dealing with a 16-year-old here. She wants. We give her a little bit of space to pick out a car.
Correct.
Thankfully, she was very smart. She picked out a little Volkswagen Jetta, a used vehicle, and I'm sorry, but I can't remember the guy's name. But he went from A to Z, spoke about the vehicle, why it would be suitable for her. They went for the test drive. I had to go back to get something, and I will say this. Ever since I've moved to the United States, I've only ever driven a Ford.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a
smart woman.
I had a Ford Corolla, then I had a Ford Windstar, then I drove a Ford Explorer tank, and now I've got a beautiful little Explorer from you guys that I love.
Amazing.
That I love. So again, especially for a spouse as well, I want to point this out. I have no car experience, so it's somewhat daunting. For a spouse to bring husband's vehicle in because we don't know what we don't know. So, I was a little worried about what would this selling be like. But like you said, at Sedano, what I have noticed, it's not about the sale. It's about the people.
It's about the people.
Yeah.
And that's when I got into this business. I went from parts to sales. And it was back then, it was Drew Ford, the Drew family. They still own the premises here. They sold the franchise. But those people taught me, I've heard this, I don't remember where I heard this, but, do the right thing, for the right reason and in the right way.
Yes.
Right? So stuff like that always instills with me. It was family owned operated, and then we got bought out by Penske, which was a big corporation. Now we're back to family owned and operated, which I go right back to my roots. I started with the Drew family back then, and then got bought a corporation. They're a family as well, but they're just huge.
Yeah.
They're just too much things going on.
Yeah.
And now with Manny, he's he's hands on and he's here. He walks around here, make sure everything's right, make sure we're okay.
He's very proactive.
Yeah. It's a good feeling. You come in to work because you want to. We love taking care of people. When they leave here and they go out there with a smile, with a beautiful car. It's just amazing, and that experience is what we take care of.
I'll tell you how good of an experience a friend of mine had at Sedano Chevy.
Okay.
Our video editing guy who's going to be editing this, Brian, giving you a shout out. Brian and his lovely wife Lisa went to Sedano Chevy to buy one car. and they drove away with 2 cars.
Wow.
Yes, he was so impressed with the fact that it wasn't a sales pitch.
Correct.
I think he'd been to another place prior to that we're all familiar with. That's, it's a mile. That place, the Mile of Cars. And I think that it was very sales pitchy for him. And when I referred him to Sedano, he went over there. And like I said, he only went to buy a car for himself, ended up driving away with a vehicle for his lovely wife. And they are so incredibly happy about it. And he said to me, in fact, Lisa said to me, because women,
You talk.
we talk. We're the ones that, hey, we're judging. Lisa said it was such a great, simple experience that it was, there was no frills, there was no fluff, there was no extra words. It was just like, this car runs like this is your APR, your interest. They said it was explained so well to them that he's like, I had to get my lady a car too.
Makes you feel good about making it's not an easy decision.
No,
I mean, this is a big
no.
purchase. This is the second biggest purchase from a house.
Yes, it's in the top
Right?
5, absolutely.
So, and this is what Manny's told you, you take care of the customer. Listen.
Yeah.
That's why we have 2 sets of ears, 1 mouth, right? We got to listen twice as much as we talk.
That's what my mom used to say.
Yeah. And that's what we try and do. And, the managers, talk to us about that is like, don't treat it as a transaction,
No.
treat it. We're here to help people out. And we listen to that. Then if sometimes they'll come in wanting a full-size Bronco, they got 4 kids, and it's not practical.
Yes.
know?
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they might like it, but in their daily living, day by day, it's not going to be a car they're happy with, and they're not going to keep it for that long. So now they want to trade in, and now they're upside down.
Yeah.
So we can't put them in that position, and
Yes.
it's our fault. It's 50-50 here.
Yeah.
What is it that they want? What the solution that we can provide
Yeah.
to those customers? And that's what we're here for, and that's what makes the dealerships, successful, and that's we sell more cars.
Yeah.
We put more money into Ford Salute to Education
That's
program.
right, yes.
And scholarships. But I do need to remind her, they used to be $1,000 scholarships, and it used to be $1,500. So what they did now, they switched it around a little bit, and now it's $1,500 scholarships, and it's 100 scholarships, $1,500 each. They changed that a couple years ago. So it's just going back to the program.
Yeah.
It's such a benefit. It just helps the students
Yes.
forward. $1,500 might not seem like a lot, but in
Oh,
the
no, it's
students'
a lot.
world,
Yeah.
if you remember when we were kids,
Yep.
$1,500 to further your education, it's a lot.
Believe me, I'm putting 2 kids through school right now, and the $1,500.
There you
I might apply for the scholarship myself.
See if you get the car.
That's right. Now,
car for
listen,
them.
I want to say one more time before we wrap this up. The reason that we interview our preferred partners, the reason why we do business with our preferred partners is because myself or Kim or Brian, our editing guy, has actually had a personal experience, a positive personal experience that we want to promote. So if you're looking for a vehicle, you want to look at Sedano Auto. Your kids going to college, school, you're looking for a scholarship, you want to look at the Ford Salute to Education, or you want to get in touch directly with Victor, and he's going to help you with your paperwork, whatever it is that you need to know. So, Victor, I want to say, is there anything else you want to say?
I want to give him the Ford Salute to Education number as well.
Okay.
Which is 619-521-2404.
And we're going to put that up on the screen and in our comments as well, so you can connect there. And whichever route you choose to go, whether you call Victor or whether you go directly to the website, please let him know that the Goode Show and Sedano Ford in La Mesa sent you. Victor, it has been a pleasure
Mine.
to talk
It's all
to you
mine.
today. I am so excited about this scholarship
Yes.
for any military kid out there, any kid out there. $1,500, like you said, is a lot of money.
And a car.
And a car.
And a car. Go
And a
figure.
car, yes. Victor, thank you so much, my
Surrender,
friend.
my pleasure.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody
Big
out there.
thumbs up to Victor.
And Sedano Automotive Group.
Thanks for tuning in to The Goode Show. If you loved what you heard, follow me on Instagram at The Goode Show.